This week we're going to start order of operations, and you're probably most commonly used to hearing, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," which is a great mnemonic device. I always encourage the students to try to create their own devices to help them retain the information. We will be using what we call PEMDAS. So same order, just a different way for them to see it. Remember, when order of operations, it doesn't matter which comes first between multiplication and division. It's just whoever comes first from moving left to right. And the same is true for addition and subtraction, whichever one comes first from left to right. So we're going to start with this simple problem. So if we look at this, we see we have 5 plus and then 3 times 2 in parentheses. So if we start with our order of operations, we see that parentheses comes first. So we're going to solve what's in parentheses first. And I've taught the kids that they need to draw arrows down showing how they have solved that problem. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then they're going to rewrite the rest of the equation. Everything else comes straight down. So we're done with parentheses, so we can cross that out. For 5th grade, we will never get to exponents. That's a 6th grade standard. So we can go ahead and just cross that out as well. So now we look and see if we have any multiplication or division left, in which we don't. So we can cross out multiplication and division. So next we have addition and subtraction. So now we're ready to finish the problem, and 5 plus 6 is 11. So we have our final answer, and we can cross out addition and subtraction at the top. We're going to go ahead and move for a little bit more complicated problem. Again, we're going to have the kids are going to write PEMDAS, so you might see that on the top of their paper, so that they know as they work through, they're going to cross out as they go through this problem. So the first thing we're looking for is parentheses, and we see we have the set of parentheses right here. So we're going to solve that first. So 3 times 2, again, is 6, and we're going to rewrite the rest of our equation. So we're done with parentheses, so we can X that out, and again, we won't have any exponents, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we're ready for multiplication or division, whichever comes first from left to right. So if we look at this, we hit a division, and it's 36 divided by 6. So 36 divided by 6 is 6, and we rewrite the rest of our equation. We have no more multiplication or division, so we can cross those out. And we're left with addition or subtraction, and we see we have 6 minus 5, which is 1. This takes a little more room to write it out like this, but this keeps everyone to make sure that they don't skip any problems or skip any steps in our PEMDAS. So the students will be working this way, and it should end up to look like a triangle when they're finished with the equation. The key is to make sure that it doesn't matter which one we do, again, between multiplication, division, or addition and subtraction. It's whichever one comes first when we're moving from left to right. Also, to limit the mistakes, it is best to completely rewrite the equation at each step to make sure we're not missing anything along the way. Look for more videos on our upcoming topics. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in regards to order of operations. Here is one more final example for order of operations. It's a little more complex. That way you can really kind of see it with a longer equation. So here we'll see that there aren't any parentheses, so we can go ahead and from the beginning cross off that parentheses and then again exponents because we're not using those yet. So now we're looking for multiplication and division. Again, it doesn't matter which whether it's division or multiplications, whatever comes first when we're moving from left to right. So we see we automatically hit right here multiplication, so we're going to do 5 times 7. So 5 times 7 is 35, and we're going to rewrite our equation before we perform any other operations. Then we're going to finish and see if there's any other multiplication or division, in which there is. So we're going to do 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And then we're going to rewrite our equation. We're going to double check one more time to see if there are any more multiplication and division. And there's not, so we're done with that. And then we're going to look for addition and subtraction. We do have a subtraction, so 35 minus 5 then is 30. So I wanted you to see that there are some times where you'll have two operations, but we really need to make sure that we're rewriting the equation after each step to make sure that we do not skip anything, or to make sure that we don't divide or multiply or add or subtract the wrong numbers. Oftentimes that'll happen when we don't rewrite the equation. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'd be happy to make any clarifications. Thank you.